The veteran population, I think, are a particularly interesting group. They're just completely different to the civilian population in terms of all the relocations that they experience, in terms of what they've had to deal with, threat of life, threat of injury. I think it has enormous impacts on the family as well. And they've done so much, I think, from the country. When you hear their stories, and some of them are very horrific, you really think these individuals need to be treated by the NHS and deserve treatment.
I think the progression, you can see it as it goes on, and suddenly you're getting your life back. Everything's coming back. Suddenly you're starting to notice things more. You're starting to get more enjoyment out of things. You're not staying insular. You actually are looking forward to seeing people, socialising and not going into yourself. You find you're relaxing more, and you can literally see it as you're going along. So those days where you're kind of like walking into a room and you're looking for all the exits and how am I going to get out of here if something kicks off, and who's my threat, who's the one that's going to probably come over and cheer. You stop doing that sort of thing. You kind of like start relaxing more, paying more attention to the person that you're with, to your family. Your humour starts coming back.
It's amazing. It really is amazing. It just opened my eyes to having a full understanding of why I feel like the way that I feel, why my memories are of certain situations, how, giving you the understanding of what we're doing is we're looking in this box and we'll be able to pick that one out and we'll be able to put it back into that box.
Yeah, you could see, and when you come towards the end, it's just like you've got a new lease of life. But that's how I feel, certainly. I feel like I've got that huge new lease of life.
Your brain works in mysterious ways. And so what they've done is demystified what is a complex situation.
What pains me is the fact that it took so long to get here, and I keep thinking about all the young soldiers coming out of the army now.
We're going to see an influx of guys from Iraq and Afghanistan that are going to be coming out, and 5 years, 10 years, 15 years down the line, they're starting to have these problems.
I don't want them to go through all those wasted years where they ruin their relationships, they end up homeless. I think back of the guys I was in the army with, and there were a number of guys who went suicide, who had been sectioned, who became homeless, who became alcoholics, and all because they didn't have somebody to talk to.
They need to recognise, there are people out there that are not going to judge you, that are going to sit down, talk to you. And the thing is do it as early as you can, because it's not a weakness. In fact, it's a sign of staying strong for too long. When you get this sort of thing, you've got to have an outlet for it.
And I always think of it as the debrief we never had. And I think most soldiers, military people, as they come out of the military service, they deserve at least one good debrief, and it would sort out a lot of their lives. And I think we look around us, there's more ex-soldiers in prisons, there's more ex-soldiers homeless, there's more ex-soldiers having alcohol and drug problems than any other sector of society. And it's obviously because they've come back from wars which are deeply unpopular, and they're shouldering all that guilt by themselves, and I think they shouldn't do it by themselves. They need to open up and share it.
This is an issue that they quite often feel that they don't have specialist help, and I think we owe it to them.